6 celebrities, including Katy Perry and Gayle King, supposedly went to space this week. The media called it historic, but what if the entire spectacle wasn't what it seemed? Tonight we examine the bizarre anomalies that have online sleuths asking some serious questions. Why don't the windows match previous Blue Origin designs? What's causing the mysterious wind in zero gravity? And why did Katy Perry kiss the ground like she'd returned from Mars after an 11-minute suborbital hop with flawless makeup? Even Greg Gutfeld is asking, was this filmed on a soundstage? From edited footage to suspicious doors, the inconsistencies are piling up, and you won't believe who's calling it out. And just like those celebrity astronauts wasted rocket fuel on their space tourism stunt, most Americans are wasting electricity every day. Energy costs have skyrocketed by up to 60% in just 2 years, a stealth tax on hardworking families. That's why tens of thousands are installing this revolutionary device. It stabilizes electrical currents and reduces dirty electricity. Just like exposing the space tourism charade, this innovation reveals how power companies have been overcharging you for years. Simply plug it into any outlet, dramatically lower consumption. Thousands of 5-star reviews confirm the savings are real, and get 65% off, fast shipping, and a 60-day guarantee at don'twastepower.com. It's linked below. Get it before supplies sell out. So everybody is asking, what is going on? Now, initially it was like, okay, I'm not going to go there. But then I started seeing the posts. I said, okay, we got to ask the questions. We got to get to the bottom of this. I mean, people are raising questions, and we should present them and let you come to your own conclusion. So the space scam exposed. Hollywood elites went to, quote, space for 11 minutes, and now they're being mocked by their own kind. The windows don't match. There's wind in space. Katy Perry is singing about wonderful world after wasting millions. So what really happened? Don't call it a ride, screams Gayle King, comparing herself to Alan Shepard, delusional. He was a real astronaut while he took selfies in Bezos' toy rocket. It wasn't frivolous? Then why were you all giggling like schoolgirls in the footage? Pure propaganda. Yeah, I saw a post. Everyone's like, wait a minute. They're like all taking selfies. They're all focusing on the cameras in front of them, while you got the big, beautiful world outside the windows. Like, why the hell would you be staring at your frickin' phone when you could be looking out the windows? I don't get it. But let's listen to Megyn Kelly break it down.
Ride implies
Gayle King upset because there's been a lot of blowback, and I'll play it in a minute, but like from Hollywood leftists, not just people like you and me, but like Hollywood leftists. These are the people who are supposed to love them, who are ripping these women to shreds. It's beautiful. And Gayle King is upset and had a few things that she needed to explain to those of us who don't understand what a hero she is. Watch.
Please don't call it a ride. That is not a friggin' ride. Whenever a man goes up, you have never said to an astronaut, boy, what a ride. You know, we duplicated the same trajectory that Alan Shepard did back in the day, pretty much. No one called that a ride. It was called a flight. It was called a journey, because a ride implies that it's something frivolous or something that's lighthearted. There was nothing frivolous about what we did, and the machine that we were on, and what it took for the people to get that machine up and running, to get us up and get us back down safely. So, you know, I'm very disappointed and very saddened by it. And I also say this. What it's doing to inspire other women and young girls, please don't ignore that. I've had so many women and young girls reach out to me, and men too, by the way, men too, that say, wow, I never thought I could do that, but I see you doing it at this stage of my life. Who would have thunk it? Not me. And how inspired they are.
Okay, there's so much to go over. First of all, Alan Shepard walked on the moon, Gayle. You did not fucking walk on the moon. Okay, you didn't do the same thing as Alan Shepard. And by the way, when he did his first space flight, it was the first space flight. Like, that's the reason it was exciting. It wasn't for commercial gain. It wasn't to promote Amazon. It wasn't with some woman with her tits hanging out who needed a little extra attention. Okay, so that's just first. Secondly, there's nothing frivolous about what we did. Let's just check in. We don't have to take her word for it. Let's see how it went on board the Blue Origin spacecraft. SAT 22, here they are in space.
Got it? What? 1, 2, 3, taking up space!
Flynn, I got you. With her Daisy?
I got you, Flynn.
Gotcha.
Stuffed animals.
The moon! You guys, I will have to tell you, look at the moon. That's amazing.
Wow, look at the blue line.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Whoa. That's amazing.
I can't.
Yeah, a lot of people can't. Gutfeld questions the whole thing. Do you think it might be faked? They were put in a rocket, shook the thing inside some soundstage. It was like a ride at Universal Studios. The elite space deception is crumbling as more people are asking questions. Watch.
Some sound.
Yeah.
Do you actually think this might be faked? But they don't know it's fake.
Right.
Like they were put in the rocket, they shook the thing. Shook it. It was inside some sound stage.
Like a ride at Universal.
Yeah, it was like a ride at Universal.
Yeah.
Do we
Oh, my goodness. Katy sang What a Wonderful World after refusing to sing her hits. She said, it's not about me, while making it entirely about her. The stage sentimentality shows how fake the whole mission was. Even her song choice was calculated PR move.
Oh, yes. But the best part was when we got back in our seats after 0 G's, Katy sang What a Wonderful World.
She did?
Isn't that nice?
Oh, come on.
She sang What a Wonderful World. I see dreams. Oh,
crying?
yes.
Oh.
Because we'd been asking her to sing all the time, and she wouldn't. And then, because everybody said, sing roar, sing fireworks. And she said, it's not about me. I wanted to talk about the world.
Wow.
I know, isn't that nice? You got to ask her about that.
That's really special.
But the best part.
We're all going to ask her. 6 taking up space. They literally name themselves this. At least they're honest about one thing. Blue Origin calls this a tradition to seem legitimate, but real astronauts don't need bells and rituals to prove their worth. It's a circus act.
Bell and here they come.
Here we go.
Loading into the capsule.
And the significance here of the bell, and I should note before I have you that each crew names themselves. They have named themselves the 6 taking up space as each one is ringing a bell. And the significance of that is what, Ariane?
This is one of our traditions. All astronauts throughout history in various programs have had their traditions. For us, we always want our astronauts to ring the bell. And here they come.
If there's one thing that is true, they are taking up space. Model Emily Ratajkowski, this is beyond parody, caring about Mother Earth while using a spaceship built by a company destroying the planet. Even the Hollywood elite are disgusted by this environmental hypocrisy. Where's Greta's protest on this carbon bomb?
Paid for by a company that's at space mission this morning. That's end time shit. Like, this is beyond parody. Saying that you care about Mother Earth and it's about Mother Earth and you're going up in a spaceship that is built and paid for by a company that's single-handedly destroying the planet. Look at the state of the world and think about how many resources went into putting these women into space. For what? For what was the marketing there? And then to try to make it like, I'm disgusted, literally, I'm disgusted.
1, 2, 3, taking up space. Giggling and screaming.
Taking up space! Got it? 1, 2, 3, taking up space!
Tamir's in space.
It's okay. Leave Flynn up there. Flynn, behind you. Look.
Flynn, I got you, Flynn.
Gotcha. Proud of you, Flynn. Flynn, can Oh, the moon! You guys, I will have to tell you, look at the moon. That's amazing.
Wow, look at the blue line.
Oh my gosh. Oh my God.
Wow.
Oh my That's our pink moon. Okay. Now it's time to look out that way. Oh my gosh. So much. Oh my gosh. Whoa. That's amazing. Got it? 1, 2, 3, taking up space!
Yeah. We weren't just taking up space, we were making space for the future. The word salad of manufactured inspiration continues, a supernatural journey about love and belonging.
Sure. I hope they can see the unity that we modeled and replicate that and understand that we weren't just taking up space, we were making space for the future. And for me, like Gayle said, this wasn't a ride, it wasn't a destination, it was a journey, and it was a supernatural one. And my journey has always been about love and belonging. And I think that we have all felt that sometimes we weren't worthy or we didn't belong in certain ways, no matter all the accolades, no matter all the studying, no matter anything. And I think today we all said it, like, we belong here. This is
okay, sure. Here's the moment that almost ruined it. The fake space trip. Watch the door when the clip starts. They edit it out just before Jeff, quote, opens it. This is Hollywood fakery patriots. The windows don't match. The door glitches, and we're supposed to believe they went to space. What?
It's going to come out of her mouth, but really her heart.
And is that Jeff Bezos out there right by the capsule? Kind of hard to see.
That is correct. Jeff Bezos to open the hatch.
You didn't really close it again. Come on out, guys.
I mean, you can see the door open before he walks up to it right there. The door is already open. What the hell's going on here?
It's going to come out of her mouth, but really her heart.
And is that Jeff Bezos out there right by the capsule? Kind of hard to see.
That is correct. Jeff Bezos to open the hatch.
And here's what they're calling the smoking gun. The windows don't match. They are not angled out. They're smaller and perfectly rectangular. Where's all that wind coming from in space? Plus, they're packed like sardines when the real capsule has more room. Too many anomalies. Okay, let's listen to this.
They're also the windows. Look at the windows. Look how big they are. Look at the windows in there. These are not angled out like those windows. They're also much smaller. Let's go back inside. Let's check it out. Look how small those windows are, and they are not angled out. Yeah, look how small that window is compared to the actual thing. Those windows angle out. They're not perfectly rectangle. Those other ones are smaller and they're perfectly rectangled. Yeah, I got a lot of questions about this. Plus, there's a couple scenes here where it's like, where's all that wind coming from in there? Also, from the pod on the outside, the spacing between the windows is much greater than that. Those guys are in there packed next to each other like sardines. This entire thing feels completely off. You guys saw the mistake with the door. This is what they take their time in space doing. Katy Perry holding up a flower.
And here is Olivia Munn. So you're basically on Magic Mountain, on Space Mountain. More from Megyn Kelly.
So many. Olivia Munn, she's an actress. She's got it. And I think she speaks for a lot of us when she's trying to espouse why so many on the left and the right had a visceral reaction to this.
Like, what are you guys going to do up in space? What are you doing up there? I mean, it's, by the way,
they're going for 11 minutes. They're going for 11 minutes.
So,
they're going up. I think they're going to float around a little and then come back.
So you're on, like, Magic Mountain. Like, you're just going up and
Space Mountain. More appropriately, Space Mountain.
Space Mountain. Think about, I know this is probably obnoxious, but, like, it's so much money to go to space.
Yeah.
You know,
yes.
And there's a lot of people who can't even afford eggs. I think it's a bit
over the top.
And
yeah.
I just think there are, the cover of Elle magazine. I mean, like, isn't that, I don't know. Space exploration was to further our knowledge and to help mankind. I mean, what are they going to do up there?
No, they're going to further the feminist agenda. Okay, take a look at this. Where's I have the Okay, check this picture out. Everyone is saying that this is a mannequin. Whose hand is this? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look like a real hand. It looks very strange when you zoom in on it. Something is definitely wrong with Blue Origin spaceflight. That Katy Perry was on social media. Users are asking, where are the re-entry burn marks? Why does it look like a fake hand? This world is so crazy. What do you guys think? I don't know. Yeah, lots of questions that deserve some real answers. Meanwhile, the simulation versus the reality. Musk rockets performing exactly as designed while Trump watches in amazement. SpaceX catching boosters midair while Blue Origin struggles with basic suborbital flights.
Booster Raptor, chamber pressure nominal.
And we heard the tower is go for catch.
Booster engine cut off.
The return flag is set for true.
Ship engine start up. Stage separation.
All right, hot staging confirmed. 6 out of 6 lit on the ship. Kate, Jesse, take the views. Hopefully I got a booster coming home real soon.
Around the world.
So, we've examined the highly suspicious Blue Origin space mission featuring Katy Perry, Gayle King, and other celebrities. The supposedly historic flight has raised serious questions about authenticity in the new space age. The evidence is troubling. Windows that don't match previous Blue Origin designs, inexplicable wind blowing, supposedly in zero-gravity conditions, and suspiciously edited footage where the capsule door appears to open from inside before Bezos arrives for his heroic entrance. And what about that hand? Even fellow celebrities are calling it out as beyond parody and comparing it to a theme park ride rather than an actual space exploration. The entire production, from the choreographed bell ringing to the emotional singing of What a Wonderful World, feels more like a Netflix special than a scientific mission. Space exploration was once about expanding human knowledge and challenging our limits. Today, it seems to have devolved into carefully orchestrated publicity stunts for billionaires and celebrities. America deserves better than Hollywood fakery in our final frontier. And support our quest for truth in the final frontier by hitting the merch shop, link down below at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com.